Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be reading an Arlecchino Listener. So let's get into it. The grand room, typically filled with the warmth of candlelight and the gentle crackle of the fireplace, feels as cold and unyielding as the woman standing before you. Arlecchino's steely eyes bore into yours, her posture rigid, exuding the lethal calmness that has made her both feared and respected throughout the land. "I told you not to get involved," she hissed, her voice low and dangerous, and you felt your heart skip a beat, the familiar dread creeping up your spine. You've been here before, on the receiving end of her wrath, and each time, it feels like walking a tightrope. You love her, deeply, but there are moments when love is intertwined with fear. Fear of what she's capable of. Fear of what she might do. "I couldn't just stand by and do nothing," you retort, trying to keep your voice steady despite the tremble you feel in your core. "You were in danger, and you what? Thought you could save me?" You could feel the frustration coming off of her in waves. "Do you think I need saving? That I could not handle myself?" Your breath hitches, and for a moment, you're at a loss for words. You knew you were being illogical. There was no way you would have been able to do something that she wouldn't have been able to do. So had she really needed saving, you would not have been able to do anything at all to help her. You were much weaker in comparison, and yet, I was scared. I thought I might lose you." There is a beat of silence, and you dare to glance up at her. Her expression is unreadable, a mask of cold detachment that makes your heart ache. She's always been difficult to read, her emotions buried deep beneath layers of control. But right now, the distance between you feels insurmountable. "Oyan, I need you to think before doing anything at all. You were just causing trouble for all of us. I would have had to save you and myself from the trouble that I was in. And, regardless, there was no reason for you to interfere at all. I told you what you needed to do, and you went and disobeyed." "Arlecchino, please, you know I didn't mean to do that. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to disobey you. I know you know what you're saying. But I was scared for you. I love you." "Do you not trust me, Oyan? Is that it?" "It's not about trust. You say. The frustration, the fear, it's all boiling over now, and you're not sure how much longer you can keep it together. I love you, and the thought of losing you, of something happening to you, it terrifies me." She stares at you, her gaze intense, and for a moment, you think you see something flicker in her eyes. Something other than anger or cold attachment, but it's gone just as quickly as it appeared. And you're left wondering if you imagined it. "You can't protect me, Oyan," she says, her voice soft but firm. "Not from the world, and not from myself." The words hit you like a punch to the gut, and you struggle to find a response. What do you say to that? How do you fight against that kind of logic? You want to protect her, to shield her from the darkness that surrounds her, but deep down you know she's right. She's lived a life steeped in shadows, and there are some things you can't save her from, no matter how much you try. "I don't want to lose you. I don't know what I'd do if I did." For a moment, she says nothing, and the silence stretches on, heavy and oppressive, until you can barely stand it. Then, she steps forward, closing the distance between you, Her hand cups your cheek, her touch surprisingly gentle, given the intensity of the moment. Her touch surprisingly gentle given the intensity of the moment. You won't lose me. Not unless you push me away. Your heart pounds in your chest, and you lean into her touch, craving the closeness, the reassurance that everything will be okay. But there's still that nagging fear, that doubt that still lingers in the back of your mind. You've seen what she's capable of, how ruthless she is, and right now, you're not sure where you stand. I don't want to push you away, but sometimes I don't know how to reach you. You whisper. Her hand stills against your cheek, and she looks at you, really looks at you as if seeing you for the first time. There's something in her eyes, something that makes your heart skip a beat. It's not anger or frustration anymore. It's something deeper, something more vulnerable. I'm not an easy person to love, she says quietly, and the admission is so unexpected, so raw, that it takes your breath away. I know that. But you make me want to try. The words are like a lifeline, pulling you back from the edge. You wrap your arms around her, pulling her close, and she does not resist. For a moment, you just hold each other, the tension between you slowly dissipating. I don't care how hard it is. I love you, no matter what, even when it's difficult, especially when it's difficult. She pulls back just enough to look at you, her expression much softer than before. There is a hint of a smile on her lips, and it's like the sun breaking through the clouds. You're a fool, she says, but there is no malice in her tone, only a kind of wary affection. Maybe you can see it, smiling despite everything, that I'm your fool. Her smile widens, and she presses a soft kiss to your forehead, and I wouldn't have it any other way. The argument is far from resolved, the issues between you still lingering beneath the surface, but for now, you're content to just be in her arms. The fear momentarily pushed away, because no matter what challenges lie ahead, you know one thing: you love her, and you're not going to let anything come between you.